Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Poland Daily Travel. I'm in Podkowa Leśna, which means Horseshoe Grove, and has a special significance in Poland, being a unique neighborhood that was built in the interwar period between World War I and World War II, when Polish society was changing. Well, it was all over the world, but Poland, having regained its freedom, was looking at new ideas, exploding with new ideas, with art and filmmaking and all kinds of things, painting. Authors like Witkiewicz and Iwaskiewicz, who lived here. And one of the ideas that caught up was to create a garden suburb outside of Warsaw, similar to what they had in England. There's a place, for example, Welwyn Garden Suburb. The idea of these places was you would be close to the city and usually connected by rail, as this town got a rail connection in 1927. The interwar period was 1918 to 1939. So, or 1919 to 1939, it's a 20-year period. And a place like this was a place where artists, as well as business people and movers and shakers, could retreat from the city, have some peace, but get to the city really fast when, it sounds familiar, doesn't it? When they needed to. So these were garden suburbs. The idea was created about late 1890s, 1898, I think. And it was new to Poland. I mean, England was where the idea came from. But this particular place was started in the 1920s, and it is now one of the wealthiest communities in Poland, with a population only of about 4,000. But if you were to drive here, as we did today, it takes about, I don't know, 30 minutes, and a little less probably on the train, more or less, around a half an hour, assuming no delays. It's a very nice place, very quiet, very tidy, as you would expect such a place to be, and quite interesting. Let's move along and I'll tell you some more stories, and we'll see some of the beautiful villas. Hang on. This is a story which is really important to tell you first. This is the Villa Ada, and it was built by Stanislaw Lilpop. Lilpop. Doesn't sound like a Polish name, does it? His middle name was Wilhelm, so maybe there's some German connection there. At any rate, this is he. And what's interesting is that he's the one who came out. He was a wealthy industrialist, which means, I guess, he made a lot of money owning a lot of factories. And it was his idea to build the garden suburb on the English model. Then you have a picture of his daughter, who married Jarosław Iwaskiewicz, who was a famous writer, Jarosław Iwaskiewicz. So Lilpop built this place, and then his daughter married this writer called Iwaskiewicz. And she was also a writer and a translator. Anyway, there's pictures about them here. They lived here. This is one of the oldest, if not the oldest, houses in the suburbs. So it all starts on this street, and I suppose it happened pretty fast. This guy being, this Lilpop character being one of the richest people. Stan, we call him, Stanislaw, being one of the richest people at the time in the area, in Warsaw. So Villa Ada, it's a museum, but this is the second time I've been here when it wasn't open, so maybe you have to call ahead to get a special viewing if you have a mind to. At any rate, we got to peek through the fence at it. Iwaskiewicz, an interesting guy, nominated for the Nobel Prize, I think 4 times, if I remember correctly, and he was a very famous poet after the First World War. As an older man, he was a communist and caught a lot of flack for that from other writers. He was known to be rather controversial and said a few things he probably shouldn't have said, and had some affiliations that were, let's just say, unsavory at best. Yeah, Ivashkiewicz. So he's a controversial character at the time. He was also a bisexual, but apparently he and his wife, Anna, were very open about, he was very open with her about this, and she knew about it, and she accepted it because, for whatever reason, who knows? Whatever reason, people accept the differences in each other and carry on in a relationship. You know, who knows? Leaves you to your own conclusion. Let's move on. Look at some more of these villas and some more of the town.